Okay game, don't crash on me at the end of an act this time, please. That was kind of dumb. Hey guys, this is GamerCow playing Sonic Generations, and we are going to be collecting red rings, because why the hell not? I never got to show all of the paths in this level last time, obviously, because I'm just going through like one path at a time, and the first obvious changed one is up here. You can get a red ring by going up this top way. It's pretty great. So then you come down. I'm not sure if you can try and skip anything there, and well, the game's kind of lagging a little bit. It's running at 30 FPS for like no reason whatsoever. That's why I'm sort of not, well, that was just me being dumb, but I'm sort of trying to work out exactly why it's doing that at the moment. But there we go. Now it seems to, well, it seems to still be stuck at that, but I'm pretty sure there's another red ring somewhere up here. I mean, there's this dude who's pretty great, I suppose, but whatever. And going up here, yes, there should be a red ring up this way. There it is. So that is number 3, actually. Number 2 is on the other path that we couldn't take last time. So, I mean, the path that we were taking last time and couldn't take this time, or something, I don't know. Point is, I can't get it just now, because it's way earlier in the level, so we're gonna have to go back for that. Speaking of having to go back for stuff, there's another one we're gonna have to go back for as well, so I'm just gonna get the one that's down here instead, and that will pretty much be all of the rings in the level. Now I know where they are. And hey, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, so I'm going back down anyway. But apparently if you jump off of those things, you can get some extremely good momentum off of that. Good to know. But anyway, the red ring, as you can see, is right there. That is the 4th one, I think, because the 5th one's probably like would be classed as the one which is up top. So yeah. I don't know why the game is running at 30 FPS for me at the moment when it's supposed to be at 60. That's kind of random. I mean, it's at 60 right now when nothing's going on, but it was at 30 for most of that. It's kind of why I was getting a little bit stuck, but I don't know. Maybe Fraps is just trying to fix it at 30 or something, and I don't know. Anyway, let's play through the stage again, and yes, it hasn't crashed on me this time. It crashed on me at this point last time, so whatever, man. But now we are going to go on the lower path, because as I said, not all of the red rings are on the upper paths, and we can even keep our shield as well. So there we go, that's the first one which I didn't get last time. And now we get to go through this cool tube ride thing, because that was a staple of the original games, I guess, and therefore it has to be preserved in this. Everything else is, right? So that has to be as well. And the last one, as we know, is up at the end of the last area that we didn't go to before because of stuff and things, mostly known as me actually going ahead and taking the deliberate skip of it, because we saw it at the very end of the act before. So yeah, just need to quickly jump up, and I always forget that you're not supposed to jump up that one, but whatever, doesn't make a difference. Run across here, and as we know, it is in this direction. So yay, there's that, I guess. So we just quickly go up, grab the ring, use the double jump, and end the stage, which is pretty awesome. I might actually beat my best time here as well. How about that? I did, and I was actually going for rings instead of going for time. So, yay, I suppose. I don't know, maybe that is, like, the most efficient route, after all. I have no idea. I've not really explored efficient routes in this level enough, so whatever. Anyway, we are done with that, and for this we get Emerald Hill Zone. As I said, that was for 13 red rings in total. Is it? No, well, yes, at this point that would be 13. And the ability we get is Breath Holder, which is not something I'm going to use personally, but it's there anyway. So let's go ahead and switch. It is possible to get all of the chemical plant modern ones in one go, I do believe. You've just got to take a specific route for it, so, well, we'll see. Also, yeah, it totally didn't respond to me pressing the Y button to get blast off there, but you know what, it doesn't make a difference, to be honest. So, for the first one, you're going to want to make sure you hit the, not this. Crap. You want to land on that crane basically, and whilst it's possible from the jump dash, it's or from the rail, it's very, very hard to do, so usually you don't want to try that. Also, you know what, whilst I'm here, I should really show off the alternate paths here, or at least one of them. I'll show off the one that's on the whichever side I can land on basically, but I want to show off this one if I can, which I'm gonna need to start over for. But yeah, if you can get onto these, they are, as you could see by the rings there, they are defined alternate paths, and they have little weird things at the end of them, which is pretty cool. Like right here, you can go up this way and get yourself up to the very top here and get an extra life, which is completely random. I have no idea why they've done that, but it's really awesome that they have, because it just adds to the, playability of the stages. Anyway, after using the crane, the very first ring is actually up there, which I completely flipped and getting, I suppose. I guess I'll just have to show off the other pathway now if I can land on it. This is the problem with the jump dash. The jump dash has a very specific direction that you go in, and if you miss with a jump dash, you're pretty well screwed. But anyway, going on this path, we get taken over to a much less exciting area, but we get taken over to here, which has some springs, and it has 10 rings. I have no idea how on earth you're supposed to get over to those rings there. You must be able to, but I have no idea how, because just jumping from jumping and boosting does nothing for it, so I really don't know what they're expecting you to do there. Anyway, as I was... Jesus Christ, I'm terrible with the movement of everything here. I don't know why I'm playing so badly at this now, but whatever, man. Yay, landed on the thing. I just want to get the extra life back, because it's kind of stupid that I've lost these already, you know? So yep, quickly get that. I think you could maybe stomp to stay up there, but what would be the point? Because you can't do anything from up there, so... So yeah, you're getting some boost, and, well, you see, the reason I'm jumping in the first place is because there is actually a gap there. Did I just fall through? Well, that kind of sucks. I think I either fell through, or the platform is a lot shorter than I thought it was. Wow. Yeah, about that. That wasn't exactly how that section was supposed to go. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat that one. Like, seriously, that's just weird. But never mind, you can do a thing. Actually, no, you can't stomp there, because I was just trying to do it just now, and you can't actually control that. It's like a scripted jump, so... Yeah, there's no jumping on that particular section, I guess. Oh well. So yeah, quickly just go ahead and grab the ring. I'm usually not that bad at getting this one, but never mind, it's there, I suppose. And, well, the second red ring is coming up pretty quickly, because it is right there. So you can take the upper path, get that. Then you want to go to the lower path, because the next red ring is actually down on this lower path. So yeah, there is that, I guess. You don't want to stay on the upper path if you're looking to get all the red rings in one shot, because the next one is right up here. Next to the volcano guy, who I still don't know the name of, but I don't really care, so whatever. So that's 3. The next one, where was the next one again? I think the next one, yes, it's down in this section. The next one is in the vertical fall. So I'm hopefully going to get this, because otherwise I'm going to have to restart the stage. But it's at the end of right there, and I'm not going to get it because of the stupid controls are impossible to work with at that bit. But whatever. I'll go ahead and get the last one, and then I'll just wrap up and show that in a separate, a cut thing or something. Editing in my Sonic Generations videos? What the hell is that all about? No, it's probably for the better if I do this time. And wow, I'm just not even like jumping at all here. I'm trying to just clip the edges of the platform so that I don't have to spend so long on them, and it's just not working out, man. Really just not playing as well as I should be, basically. Oh well. That happens sometimes. And whoa, Jesus Christ, Sonic, don't accelerate so fast. Well, you've kind of got the acceleration power up, haven't you? So yeah, don't accelerate so fast. It's kind of being a bit silly there, but whatever. The last ring is in this section over here. It's on that rail. And the way you're supposed to get this is to stomp right there. Or you don't have to stomp, as long as you boost to something right there, it's on the rail. Then you can just do quick little jumps and stuff there to get to the end in a slightly shortcutted way, and it's all pretty awesome. And we still get an S rank despite the failing. Okay, so, I mean, we've seen where the last one is. I'm just going to very quickly go and get that, and then we'll, I guess, end the part there. And hey, random camera glitch at the very start. That was interesting, I suppose. I don't know. Oh, come on! I hate how impossible it is to control your momentum in the air with the freaking freefall. It almost feels like it's luck as to whether or not I'm gonna get this ring, because it's just impossible to control where you're going properly. Like, maybe it's just me, but that is genuinely what I get. And really, I didn't get the thing there? That was kind of annoying, but whatever. So, yeah, this is taking longer than it should be, and I guess as a result this is probably going to be the part over at that. I guess I can at least show off this upper route as well, because it's kind of interesting. I did show it during my walk on water thing, but that thing has such crap quality that I really don't want to count that for anything at this point. So yeah, that's pretty much the section right there. It's essential if you don't want to hit the water. And, well, let's try for about the 6th time at this now, I think. It's just sort of ridiculous. And I got hit by something that wasn't even on screen, and I still missed it. And because of there being an unavoidable checkpoint down there, I have to restart the entire level every single time. Whilst that's not that huge, but, I mean, it's not that big a time lapse from that, but you have seen, it's not a non-zero amount of time, and considering there's a checkpoint right before it, it's kind of lame, you know? How the... Wow, okay, that is something I have not seen before. Apparently I managed to miss both sets of jumps there. Huh. Glitch City, I guess. I'm quickly running out of lives here as well, that's not good. Oh my god, come on! And again, I can't get it, because stuff that's actually there is proving to be invisible when I try and get it. Wow, I'm gonna have to start getting the extra life that's over here, because I seriously have gone down to way too few lives during this. So yeah.
There we go, finally! See, how hard was that, honestly? It's just annoying because there's so many factors of stuff that you can't see and whatever off. There we go again with the jump dash distance. I couldn't even, stop that one either, that's the thing. There's usually a good degree of flexibility with this, but no, for some reason... wow. Freaking hell, seriously. And of course the spike's there just to try and screw you up as well, but hey, at least I got an extra life back, and I can't even get up there, that's kind of lame. Whatever. So, bitch, whine, moan, complain, stuff, it doesn't even mean anything at this point, so nobody really cares, and yeah, I always forget that jump exists, and that's probably the biggest jump, which is annoying to get with the walk on water. But oh well. What was up here anyway? Absolutely not much that's useful, but I guess it is a little bit faster, so there is that. Yay, once again, exploding plant for no reason. I don't even know why I'm, talking over this or even keeping it in. I guess it's just because it's near the end anyway. I'm waiting for somebody to boost and stomp onto that rail, because I'm pretty sure it's possible. I just haven't been able to do it
myself, yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of waiting for somebody to do that just because, yay, we get points and we've gotten all the rings and good stuff happens. So we have artworks, and we have Angel Island Zone, which is pretty good. I guess you could maybe put that one in Sky Sanctuary, but it would sort of not make a whole lot of sense. And for our trouble we get Smasher Bonus, which is actually a pretty good ability, so it's not a terrible one to have. Yeah, that tends to be the definition of pretty good, is not terrible. But yeah, what it does is, I guess it's kind of obvious, it gives you more boost gauge for breaking stuff. Costing 30 is a little expensive, but yeah, because with that you can't exactly have speed up. But then again, you could technically skip having boost gauge up if you had Smasher Bonus, and then you'd be able to have another 30-point thing on, which there is a couple, and there might be one that's useful. So, not terrible, just not to my taste, really. Yes, so let's just cancel that. If we switch, then I can show off the other one that we have, which is Breath Holder. Of course, it does exactly what you would expect. You stay underwater for more time than you could before. It's not that useful because, to be honest, there's only 2 stages that you go underwater anyway, and in both of those it's pretty much impossible to drown. So whatever. Yeah, I mean, Chemical Plant and Seaside Hill, there's no way that you're gonna need to have more time underwater in either stage. And if you do, there's the Aqua Shield, which is more general purpose anyway. So basically it's not that useful. So anyway, this has been Gamer Cow playing Sonic Generations, and join us next time when we go ahead and do Sky Sanctuary stuff. With regards to the red ring that I already have, I'm not going to show that off again, but instead what I'm going to do is when I get one of the other ones, I'm going to point out where you need to go to initiate the finding of that ring, where you need to go to get to that path. Because the path is not exactly that easy to get to, so yeah, it's worth me doing that, I think. So yeah, see you guys for that next time.